Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to 365 Days of Love and Miracles with A Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Geres, and I'm so glad that you are here. Please remember to listen right until the very end, because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe below, because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson number 295.
This is our third lesson under the section, What is the Real World? Before we read today's lesson, we are asked to read this section, so let's do that now. The real world is a symbol, like the rest of what perception offers, yet it stands for what is opposite to what you made. Your world is seen through eyes of fear and brings the witnesses of terror to your mind. The real world cannot be perceived except through eyes forgiveness blesses, so they see a world where terror is impossible and witnesses to fear cannot be found. The real world holds a counterpart for each unhappy thought reflected in your world, a sure correction for the sights of fear and sounds of battle which your world contains. The real world shows a world seen differently through quiet eyes and with a mind at peace. Nothing but rest is there. There are no cries of pain and sorrow heard, for nothing there remains outside forgiveness, and the sights are gentle. Only happy sights and sounds can reach the mind that has forgiven itself. What need has such a mind for thoughts of death, attack, and murder? What can it perceive surrounding it but safety, love, and joy? What is there it would choose to be condemned, and what is there that it would judge against? The world it sees arises from a mind at peace within itself. No danger lurks in anything it sees, for it is kind, and only kindness does it look upon. The real world is the symbol that the dream of sin and guilt is over, and God's Son no longer sleeps. His waking eyes perceive the sure reflection of his Father's love, the certain promise that he is redeemed. The real world signifies the end of time, for its perception makes time purposeless. The Holy Spirit has no need of time when it has served his purpose. Now he waits but that one instant more for God to take his final step, and time has disappeared, taking perception with it as it goes, and leaving but the truth to be itself. That instant is our goal, for it contains the memory of God. And as we look upon a world forgiven, it is he who calls to us and comes to take us home, reminding us of our identity, which our forgiveness has restored to us. Let's talk about it. A forgiven world leads us to the real world, where we discover that all things are going to have a... Let's talk about paragraph 4.
The real world is the symbol that the dream of sin and guilt is over. The real world is that bridge that takes us to heaven, where we see everything as sinless and perfect. The dream of sin and guilt is over. The dream that we've had since our earliest memories, the dreams of the ego, no longer exist. We don't even see them anymore. His waking eyes perceive the pure reflection of his Father's love. Everywhere we go, in every person we meet, we see the reflection of our Father's love. The certain promise that he is redeemed. We have been accepted into the arms of God. We had never really left. We just thought we did. We are redeemed. The real world signifies the end of time, for its perception makes time purposelessness. The Course in Miracles tells us there is no time. All that we have is just this moment. There is no past and there is no future. There is only right now.
Let's read today's lesson.
The Holy Spirit looks through me today. Christ asks that he may use my eyes today and thus redeem the world. He asks this gift that he may offer peace of mind to me and take away all terror and all pain. And as they are removed from me, the dreams that seem to settle on the world are gone. Redemption must be won. As I am saved, the world is saved with me. For all of us must be redeemed together. Fear appears in many forms, but love is one. Let's talk about it. Christ asks that he may use my eyes today. This is part of my morning prayer, where I say, Dear God, please give me your mind to think, your ears to hear, your eyes to see, your words to speak, and your heart to love. Christ asks to use my eyes today. Another way that I use this is when I get into trouble, I say, Dear God, please help me to see this person through your eyes. Help me to see myself through your eyes. Help me to see the world through your eyes. And I have an immediate shift in perspective. I cannot stay mad at anyone when I am looking at them through God's eyes. I invite you to think about this for a minute. Just imagine what the world would look like if all of us saw through Christ's eyes. All wars would cease. People would get along. We would be hugging and kissing each other all the time, perfect strangers included. It would just be a giant love fest. Well, I can't see that that's going to happen in my lifetime, but it's a beautiful thought, isn't it? He asks this gift that he may offer peace of mind to me. This is a gift. When I sit and I do my practice sessions, morning, evening, and hourly, this is a gift that I give to God, but it's paid back to me in unimaginable ways. I give back far more than what I give. And take away all terror and all pain. All terror and all pain. That's an incredible promise. So it's certainly a promise that I want. And I've already experienced a lot of this. But sometimes I do wonder, what would happen if I was in serious physical pain? We've all heard of people who've been cured from things like terminal cancer. And I often wonder if my faith is strong enough. It certainly is an incentive for me to keep on practicing, keep building my spiritual muscle so that it is ready for that day that I might come up against something that might be incredibly painful from a human perspective. And as they are removed from me, the dreams that seem to settle on the world are gone. My dreams of seeing other people through eyes of judgment or resentment or anger. I want to take those dirty glasses off and see through the eyes of love. Redemption must be won. There's only one of us here. I cannot get to heaven by myself. I have to take you with me. There's no room here for me to even leave one person out. Not a single politician. Not a single person that I might consider an enemy. Not someone on the other side of the world that might be making terrorist threats. As I am saved, the world is saved with me, for all of us must be redeemed together. I do this not only for myself, but I do it for all of creation. The Course has told us over and over again that whatever I think, it has an impact on the entire world. So this gives me an extra encouragement to be very conscientious with these lessons. Fear appears in many forms. The world of the ego is a fractured world where we see fear represented in many different forms. We might call it anxiety. We might call it depression. We might call it anger. We might call it resentment. It's all fear-based. But love is one. There is only one form of love, and that is the love of God. If you would like to close your eyes, I'll read the final prayer. My Father, Christ has asked a gift of me, and when I give, that it be given me. Help me to use the eyes of Christ today, and thus allow the Holy Spirit's love to bless all things which I may look upon, that His forgiving love may rest on me. Let's talk about this prayer. Christ has asked a gift of me, and when I give, that it be given me. I give this gift, and it is given back to me 1,000-fold. Help me to use the eyes of Christ today, and thus allow the Holy Spirit's love to bless all things that I may look upon, Try doing this all day today. Try to remember to bless everything that you look upon. Oh, I bless this chair when I'm brushing my teeth. Bless this toothbrush. Bless this toothpaste. Everything looks different when we do that. We become much more grateful for all of the things that we usually take for granted. Bless this course. Bless this table. Bless these legs. I've got an itch I have to scratch. Yes, I hear you. Yes, I do. Bless this bird. When we bless everything we see, we can't help but be filled with gratitude that His forgiving love may rest on me. We want God's forgiveness. We want to be able to forgive the world and to be forgiven. So let's practice this today. Thanks so much for listening right until the very end. Are you ready for our special treat?
The Holy Spirit looks through me today. I've just had my morning swim. Just magnificent. The water is like a bathtub, just the perfect temperature. As you can see, there's hardly anyone here. True paradise. The Holy Spirit looks through me today.
I am blessing you. Remember to bless all that you look upon today. Have a blessed day that is just so rich in blessings that you both give and receive. I love you.